Hey guys, Dr. Cole here with today's 2-Minute Tuesday. So this month is all about the immune system. So today we're talking about acute versus chronic inflammation, how it relates to the immune system. So acute inflammation and chronic inflammation are two very different things. The process is similar, but acute means short term. So these are things like when we get sick, we get excess bacteria, viruses, or injuries and things like that. Our body releases the proper immune response to basically go take care of the pathogen or whatever the body's trying to deal with at the time. But chronic means over a long period of time, right? So this is a much different thing and is a lot worse outcomes. Acute inflammation is good for us. It's how our body fights off different things. Chronic inflammation is very, very bad for us. America actually spends about $4.5 trillion on healthcare every single year, and about 90% of that healthcare spending is off of chronic diseases. And chronic diseases are largely driven by chronic inflammation. Because when our body, especially when we put bad things into our body, microtoxins like vegetable oils, refined carbs, sugars, things like that, those are basically microtoxins to our body, and our body literally treats them like they're bad, like they're pathogen, and things like that. When we get sick, our body reacts kind of similarly and sends off the immune system response. And when that happens for a long period of time, that increases inflammation in our body. And our bodies, that's not good for our body. So not only are we putting bad things into our body's also increasing the inflammation to fight off those things, which also damages the cells in itself. So the cells are being damaged from what we're putting into the body, as well as being damaged from the inflammation from the body's response to it. And this kind of creates a really bad cycle of things that increases our risk for dementia, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, cancer, every chronic disease, which basically leads to all that 90% of the spending in the United States on the chronic diseases are largely related to those things. So if we can decrease chronic inflammation, we can significantly reduce the amount of healthcare spending in the United States. So there we go. I just gave you the answer to save America trillions of dollars. So you're welcome. Obviously a lot easier said than done, and there's a lot that goes into it. So feel free to ask us docs or anybody in the office. We'd love to be able to help decrease the amount of chronic inflammation in the body. We also have a new technology called SoftWave, which is phenomenal, especially for acute conditions, like sprains, strains, things like that. But it's also really good for chronic physical things. So things like chronic osteoarthritis and things like that, it's really good for. It decreases the inflammation in the area, can help remodel the tissue in the body, which can really, really help with lowering the amount of pain, but also helping actually heal that tissue up. So feel free to ask us questions, and that's today's 2-Minute Tuesday.